sigma x is the sum of all the x's, and then n
Yeah.
is the number of items. Yeah. Any idea how you do this?
Oh, I think I can hear you again. It cut out.
Oh, okay. Any idea about this one?
I didn't hear what you said before. I heard what you said about x bar and sigma x. What do you mean by n? Like divided by n? What's n?
Just the number of items. So it's basically just a very short way of writing the mean. X bar, the mean of x, is equal to sigma x, the total x's, add them all up and then divide by n, number of items. Okay, any idea how we do this?
I don't know how to do this.
So you could sub them into that formula. Let's see. So x bar is equal to sigma x over n. And let's say the other one is y bar is equal to sigma y over, it'll be a different n, won't it? M? Who knows? Okay, so for the first one, what is what?
So x bar is 6.4.
Yeah, 6.4. And what's the 25 represent?
Is that just x?
That is the n.
Okay.
Number of observations. And so for that one, what is sigma x?
6.4 times 25.
Yeah.
Which is 160.
Okay. And how about same thing for the other one?
Okay. So it'd be 7.2
Yeah.
equals sigma y over 30.
Yeah.
And then it's 7.2 times 30, which is 7.2 times 216.
And so sigma x is 216. Sigma x is 160. Sigma y is 216. We want the overall mean.
So would you just add them together?
Yep.
Okay. Which is 376.
So that is, yeah, okay. And how do you find mean?
You divide by 55.
Well done.
Which is which is 376 over 55, or 6.84 to 2 decimal places.
Let's do that. 6.84. That's it. Let's take a look. 6.84. There we go. So a lot of people see a question like this and they think the average of the first group is 6.4. The average of the second is 6.2. So I'll just do 6.4 plus 7.2 and half it. And that'll give me the overall average. That would only be true if the number of observations were the same.
Okay.
So you can imagine if one observation was 6.4 and then 30 observations were 7.2. It'd be a lot closer to 7.2 than 6.4. It wouldn't be halfway in between. And so, yes, we would expect that it would be closer to 7.2 than 6.4. I think exactly in the middle is 6.8.
Yeah.
And overall it was 6.84, so it was a bit closer. Yeah. So you have to like undo it to get the total x, total y, and then just get the overall total of everything and divide by total n. Okay, let's see. So this one is for grouped data. We'll see if we can make sense of it. Okay, so this one, what is the mode? Hang on, before we do this, let's see something. Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. I got 1.65 to 2 decimal places.
Yep. Great. Okay, so let's give this one a go. Do you remember mode from GCSE?
Yeah.
So any idea which is the mode?
Would that be the number that is seen the most in the data?
Mm-hmm.
And we're looking for the number of students.
No? Well, okay.
So it'd be 16. Oh no, 16.5.
That's it. Any idea about median?
Okay. That'd be 17.
How
Or
do
would it be 15.5?
It would be the middle student, the shirt collar size of the middle student. So you'd have to add up all the students, find which one is in the middle, find what group they're in.
Oh, okay. So you do 15 times 3 for the first one?
No. How many students are there? Total students.
Okay. $95 students.
Oops. And so you would do n plus 1 over 2. In this case, that's 95 plus 1 over 2.
Okay. Which is 48.
And so in which group is the 48th student?
What do you mean by 48th student?
So you have...
Pardon?
So if you did cumulative frequency, this will be like the first 3 students are there.
Yeah.
Then like the first 20 are there.
Yeah.
And 49, 70, 83, and then 95. And so in which group is the 48th student?
16.
Yeah. And so their collar size is 16, and so the median is 16.
Okay.
And then any idea how you find the mean?
Would use the equation x bar equals sigma x over n.
So in this case, it would be what you were doing before. Sigma frequency times x over sigma frequency n, I believe. Is that how you do it? No, just... How do you say it? Sigma frequency, that's it. So when you were doing the 15 times 3, that thing.
So you do 15 times 3, which is 45.
Right?
And then would you do 15.5 times 17?
Yeah, and what would you do with all those answers?
Would you add them together?
Yeah, go and try that.
Okay. I got 1,537.5.
1,537.5. Okay, so we want the mean.
And then you divide it by 5.
There are 5 categories, but how many students are there?
95.
Yep. So that's why you're dividing by.
Which is 16.18 to 2 decimal places.
Okay, and so we got 3 averages. 16.5 was the mode.
Yeah.
16 was the median. And 16.18 was the mean. Part D.
Because the mode is the one that most students wear, male students wear, so he can produce more of them rather than the other ones.
Yeah, so probably sell them as well. And there are other reasons as well, like, well, okay, yeah. Why would he not use the mean?
Because the mean is like all of them equally put together, rather than one being higher than the other.
And the other thing is there is no such size as 16.18.
Yeah.
Or 16, 16.5, that's it. The mode is an actual data value. Yeah, see, the mean isn't an actual data value. And gives the manufacturer information on the most common size worn / purchased.
Yep.
Great. Mode median is, yeah, you would use cumulative frequency. Just find out the size of the middle student. Let's see. Okay, I think the only one that's worth doing is the median. What is the median for this one?
So you add them up to find the total first.
Yeah.
Which is 63.
Yeah.
And then you use cumulative frequency. So the first one would be 12. Second one would be 27. Third one would be 45. The fifth one would be 56. And the last one would be 63, the total.
Okay.
And then you look at the one that's... Wait, so how do you know which one's the median? Would it be 45?
Median is n plus 1 over 2.
Oh yeah. So it'd be 63 plus 1 over 2.
Yep.
32.
Yep.
So it'll be in the 45 category.
Yep.
So it's 6.
That's it.
Number of keys.
Yeah. So the median is 6 peas in a pod.
Yeah.
I think that's all right. 6. Yeah. So I'll just show you part B. The mean was 5.78.
Yeah.
What will happen to the bean if he opens another pod and it has 7 peas and he adds it into the data?
The median would change.
The mean would go up.
Okay.
Median might change as well, but this was asking about the mean. Mean will go up a bit because it's higher than the mean. Yeah, it'll increase it. I'll just do, what is part A for this one? What does that mean?
What is the modal the mode?
Yep.
Okay. So for this, would you use x bar equals sigma x over n?
Mode?
Oh, mode. Okay. It would be the third one, 12.
Yep. The time is between 6 and 8 minutes.
Yep.
How would you find mean for this one? It says estimate an estimate for the mean.
Would you use a bound for the number?
And so what would you do for the first one?
So it'd be like 7 point. No, it would be 6 point, like 9, and then 7.1 between that.
No, you're very confused. Let's see. You would estimate it. You'd use the midpoint.
So 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 3, 5, 7, 9, and so you would do it just like the previous one.
Yeah.
This stuff, it has gone from having like a class interval to just one class. So 3 times 7, 5 times 9, 7 times 12. Add them all up, all of that. And C, explain why your answer to part B is just an estimate.
Because we use the midpoint.
Correct.
It might be different. It might be different. Like it might be a higher range or a lower range. It can't just be the middle all the time.
Yeah, we just assumed that all 7 were exactly 3 minutes. In reality, it could be, they could be kind of skewed towards 2 or towards 4. Like, we don't know. Modal class, estimate the mean. How do you find an estimate for the mean?
You find the midpoint. So it'd be, the first one would be 17. The second one would be 19. The third one would be 21. The fourth one, you just go up like that.
Yeah. Okay, so this one is what you were thinking of earlier. Okay. How do we do B?
You get the midpoint, so it'd be 30.5.
What if I told you the midpoint wasn't 30.5? This time, so this one was like 18 to 18. There's no gap. There's no gap.
Yeah.
This one, there's a gap.
So it'd be 29.5 to 31.5.
Well done. And so, what's the midpoint of that?
30.5.
Yeah, and you can always add them and divide it by 2. And so, yes, that one is 30.5. And you do that for each of them.
Yeah.
If you think about it, let's say there was a length and it was 33.7. What group would that go in?
$34 to $36.
Yeah, they would have rounded it up to 34, and so that's why you unround those to include that. So if let me just check. Yeah, if there's spaces in between them, you just fill in those spaces by unrounding it, lower bound, upper bound, and then find the midpoint of that, and use that to find the mean.
Yep.
I won't dwell on it. All right, how would you start part A?
So you'd make each of them, since there's a gap between them, you'd make it so the first one would be 64.9.
If it
Point
was,
5
yeah, 0.5.
to 69.5.
And so what's the midpoint for that?
That would be 67.5.
I don't know. Add the two together and half it. It's like finding the mean.
Yeah. $67. But is that right? Yeah.
That is right, 67. So watch out for that. Yeah, midpoint for that one is 67. And so, yeah, 1 times 67. This one, it looks like it's going to be 72, but I think it's actually going to be 72.5. Is that right? Maybe it's, who knows?
Yeah.
So that was 67. So next one is 72. So it actually didn't affect the midpoint. Okay. Calculate an estimate. Yeah. Model class estimate. Why do you not have to unround to these values?
Because there's no gap between each temperature, like range.
Yep. Okay, that's that stuff. Other measures of location and spread. How do you find the range?
The highest number take away the lowest number.
Do you know interquartile range?
I do remember some of it, I think.
Yeah, we'll see how we get on. Okay, median and quartiles. What's the median?
It would be 25 at 26 divided by 2.
Why 25 and 26?
Because there's the two middle numbers and there's no exact middle number.
There's 20 numbers in total, not just the bottom 10. So that's the 10th number. That's the 11th number.
Oh, right. Oh, I thought it was like a table, like those were above it, them numbers.
Okay.
It was going in order, isn't it? Okay.
20 days.
So it'd be 22 at 23 divided by 2.
Yeah, that's 22.5. Okay. Lower quartile, upper quartile. How do we do that?
Would you need to, like, since it's 20 numbers and you've got the 2 in the middle, would you need to, like, take away 5?
I don't know. The way I do it is a quarter, n plus 1.
Okay. So it'd be, when it's n plus 1, does it mean 22.5 at 1?
That's the median. N is number of days.
20 days.
Yeah.
So it'd be 20 plus 1. Which is 5.25.
And so we'll just say the 5th one. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be lower quartile.
Yeah.
Okay, any idea about upper quartile?
Would it be 3/4 n plus 1?
Correct. And the median is 2/4 n plus 1, which is a half. Yep.
50.75.
Okay. So what value will we take for that one?
Would it be 16 then?
Well, I'm rounding these. I hope they don't mind me doing that.
Yeah.
20, 19, 18, 17, 16th is that one. And so interquartile range.
Is that 26 minus 18?
Yeah.
Which is 8.
Hope this is right. They did mind. Let me see. Or did they? That's not the... Oh, was it just the value? 20 plus 1 over 2. Q1 was the 5.5. 18. And then this one, they said 25.5. 25 point. That's weird. Hang on. So the 5.5th value, 5, which we rounded to the okay. So you see the way it was 5.25?
Yeah.
You would just take halfway between the 5th and 6th.
Okay.
So that's how you do that. And so halfway between the 5th and 6th, they're both 18. And so it's 18.
Okay.
However, this one, halfway between the 25th and the 26th would be 25.5. And so it would be overall 7.5 into quartile range, I believe.
Okay.
Let me see. 25.5. That's 7.5. However, I think it's about to get a bit more sophisticated. You know the way this was 15.75?
Yeah.
I think because that's in between 25 and 26, we just estimated that to be 25.5, but I think we will now say it's 25.75.
Okay.
Because it was 3/4 of the way between. To be an even better one. That's an estimate of the. Okay, let me see. The median. Okay, what's the lower quartile for this?
Okay.
Sorry, the lower quartile. Hopefully I said that.
As I did the calculation, a quarter 14 plus 1 is 3.75.
Okay.
So it'd be 12.75.
Let's see. 3.7 fifth value. Oh no, they're not smallest to biggest. Whoa.
Oh, we have to.
Oh, come on, man. Hang on. Alright, hang on. So what are just the small ones?
Smallest is 12. It'll go 12, 13, 14,
12,
15.
13, 14, 15.
15.
That might be enough. No, there's two 14s.
Oh, is there?
There's
Oh,
another
yeah.
14 there. And then lots of 15s. And
Yeah.
so 3.75th value.
It'd be 14.75.
Just be 14.
Okay.
So you could estimate it as being halfway between 14 and 14.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because there's two 14s.
And you could interpolate it as being 3/4 of the way between them.
Yeah.
But it's still just 14. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's do the table ones. 1 sec. Just take that. I just want to see, is there any raw data? See, it's all table. Okay. Yeah. Put that there. Oh, yeah. Is that? No. Am I doing this wrong? Oh, I'm pressing up, that's why. 1 sec. Yep, let's try this one. Wait, the 10th percentile, man. No, hang on. Alright, let's do A.
Okay. We don't have a total to work from.
No. You'll have to get
So would
yourself.
you add all the frequencies together?
Yep.
Okay. And that'd give you 70, right?
Don't know.
And then you do 3/4 70 plus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Which is 53.25.
Okay. Where is that? Which person is that?
We can't. There's only the highest range of 37 to 39.
Person. Frequency.
Oh.
To 27.
Oh yeah, cumulative frequency. Cumulative. So it'd be 30 or 34 to 36.
Okay, so our estimate. Well, no, they're definitely 34 to 36. How else could you estimate it?
Could you, or would it be 30? Would it be the number in between?
Yeah, that's another estimate. So you could say 35.
Okay.
That's another estimate. So you could estimate that to be 35. You could also say, which will it be closer to? If it's person 53 out of, the end of that group is 57, then it started from 27. Will it be closer to 34 or 36?
36.
Yeah, it'll be much closer to 36. So now we can use interpolation, I believe. Yep. And so I think, however, we have to unround that group.
What do you mean by unround?
Like lower bound, upper bound.
Oh, okay. So it'd be 35.5 and 36.5.
33.5.
33.5, yeah, sorry.
Yep. And so basically, we have 33.5. We have 36.5. And somewhere in there, we have X. And it's going to be definitely closer to 36.5.
Yeah.
We also know that it's 27 is where it started from. 57 is where it ended. And this X is person 53.25.
Yeah.
You can construct an equation from that. And you can say X minus what's the simplest equation you can make from this? So I think on the other side it would be 53.25 minus 27.
Yep.
Out of 57 minus 27. So that's the total. And that will be, yeah, that'll be the same as X minus 33.5 out of that total.
Okay.
It's a very difficult topic. This is the easiest way I've found to do it.
Okay.
It may not be obvious, like the understanding aspect of it, but
yeah.
Okay, solve.
So we're solving the equation.
Yep.
Okay.
Here's how I'm going to solve it. Calculator, the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
That's if I didn't already. No, didn't. Okay. So try that in your calculator.
Okay. I got X as 36.125.
And does it seem like a sensible estimate?
Yeah.
Yep, it does. And so that's, you'd go with that one. Let's take a look. So 36.125. There you go, 31.9. Okay, let me see why that is. 36.0. That is that X minus 33.5 over 36.5 minus 33.5. 52.5. Did you do 3/4? So did they just do 3/4 of 70? Was it?
I did 3/4 of 71.
Did they do 3/4 of 70? They did. It's fine. Our way is the correct way. It's within the tolerance. Okay, so they're just simplifying it a little bit and just saying 3/4 of 70.
Yeah.
But you know that if you had 6 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you said half of that is 3.
Yeah.
So the middle person is there, but really, no, the middle person isn't there.
Yeah.
The middle person isn't the third person. They're saying the middle person is the third person.
There is no middle person.
Actually, the middle is there. It's 3.5. It is 6 plus 1 over 2.
Yeah.
What you tend to not bother with is for very large n. So this had an n of 70, and so adding an extra 1, it won't make much of a difference, and so they didn't bother. But I like our n plus 1 thing. Okay, great. Great, I'm not bothering with that. Median. All right, let's do median. Yeah.
Okay. So would you work out the total first?
Yeah.
Which would be 26. And then would you find the lower and higher bounds of each breakdown?
Yeah, that's right.
So for the first one, it has 0. So would it go to minus, or would it just stay as 0?
Just 0. Yeah, can't go to negative.
So would it be 0 to 1.5?
Yep.
Second one would be 1.5 to 3.5.
3.5.
Third one would be 3.5 to 5.5.
5. Yep.
And then you find the midpoint of all of them.
Yeah, you're doing mean, I think. Median.
Oh yeah. So what would you do now?
Middle. Small, medium, large. Median. Middle, weak.
So the middle is 1.5 to 3.5.
No. Middle, week. 26 weeks.
Oh, we divide 26 by 2. Would it be 26 plus 1 divided by 2?
I think that's better. Yeah.
Which is 13.5.
It's 6.1. That is 13.5th value. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that?
And then would you divide that by the total?
No. 13 point. What group is the 13.5th week in?
Well, we need the cumulative frequency first.
All right.
So you do 18, then 18 adds 7, which is 25, and then it'll be 26. And it'll be in the first week.
Yeah. So somewhere in there. Okay. We want to interpolate it though.
So we need the equation.
Yeah. And I kind of do it like this. It helps. Any idea what goes where?
So bottom left would be 0.
Yeah.
Bottom right would be 1.5.
I'll do those ones up here.
Okay. And then the top one would be x for the one we're working out. Below it would be 13.5.
Yeah.
And on the bottom right it would be 18.
Yeah.
And then you use the equation.
Yeah. Do you know it?
Is it x minus 0?
Yeah.
Over 18.
Over the total of the top line.
1.5 minus 0.
Yeah.
Equals 13.5 minus 0. And then 18 minus 0.
Yeah. And that would go in the calculator. You would get your x. And they called it m. And it's roughly 1.08. Great.
Okay.
Any questions there?
No.
Me and that one. 1 second. Alright, we better do another median one.
Okay. So the total's 36.
Okay.
Cumulative frequency goes 7, 17, 34. And then, wait, it's 31. No, it's 31, isn't it? 31, then 36.
7, 8, 10, 11, yeah, 31.
Then 36.
36.
So we know that there's no gaps between each, like, interval.
Well done.
So would the median be 14?
You keep saying that median is the middle student.
So would it be... Would you put them in order, so the frequency's in order?
No, the masses are in order. 40 to 45 to 50 to 55.
It says 50.
No, you keep saying that. It is the mass of the middle student.
Oh, so for the first one it'd be 42.5. 43.
You keep saying that. How many students are
36 in total.
there? Which student is in the middle? If they're ordered smallest, biggest. Even if they're not. Middle student.
Smallest to biggest.
Forget it. 36 students. Middle student is student number.
But you're half 36.
Yep.
So it's 18.
Yep. So all the boys and girls come in. They have the number over the peg where they put their coats on the peg.
Yeah.
36 students. Student 18 is the middle one. Okay, what group is that one in?
That one's in 31.
Yep. So
It'd
that,
be 50 to 55.
yeah, so that's a very rough estimate. Let's use interpolation to get a better estimate.
You draw like a line. And on the top left it'd be 50, top right 55. X would be for the line that we're working out. Below it would be 31.
No.
Or it'd be 18.
Yeah.
And then bottom left would be 14.
What was the end of the previous group?
50. And then 45.
Frequency?
10.
Cumulative frequency?
17.
Yeah.
And the highest would it be 31?
Yeah.
And then use the equation.
Go on, what is it?
X minus 50 over 55 minus 50.
Yeah.
Equals 18 minus 17 over 31 minus 17.
That's it. Then it goes in the calculator. Let's see. Oh, okay. That's 50.4. Great. Alright, better do it again. Do I have any more? Yep. Okay. It's a good one. Right. Median.
Okay. The total's 82.
Great.
Cumulative frequency wise, it would go 25, 53, 70, and 82. And then you do 82 divided by 2, which is 41. And we know that 41 fits with 53, so we use 30 to 35. And it would be on a line. So the top left would be 30. Top right would be 35. There'd be a line for where 41 is.
Are we in the wrong group? No. Yeah, 41. Let's just put it there.
And then below it would be 41.
Yeah.
And then bottom left would be 25.
Yeah.
Top right would, bottom right would be 53.
Yeah.
Equation. And then use the equation.
So I think you're R for the equation bit. 40. No, 35. I always make that mistake. And then it's 41 minus 25 over 53 minus 25. Let's see. X minus 30. Oh, I never have the working out. Okay, but you got it. You have the idea. Okay.
Yeah.
I have to now quickly. Let me just see. Okay, the 10th percentile. Any idea how you worked out the 10th percentile?
Is that 1/10?
Yes. And so we did this one. That's the values we got.
Yep.
And so 10th percentile. How do we do that?
So you do the total, which is 70, 1/10, 70 plus 1.
Yep. Let's just do a 10th of 70.
Okay. Which is 7.
Yep.
Which what do you do now? Are we using 34 to 36?
No, that was the previous one.
Okay.
That was where the median was.
So we know it's 7.
Seventh person.
So we know it's 27 then.
Yep.
So you do a line, bottom top left would be 31.5.
Yeah.
Top right would be 33.5. And then there'll be a line really close to 31.5, which represents X at the top and 7 on the bottom. And then bottom left would be 2. And the bottom right would be 25.
Close.
27.
Yeah.
And then you'd work out using the equation.
And I like to just do this. Oh, this is an example, and so it should actually have the working out.
Yeah.
Minus 2. Minus 2. Let's see. X minus 31.5 over 33.5 minus 31.5 equals 7 minus 2 over 27 minus 2. Yep. And you get 31.9.
Yeah.
Which is what we were expecting. It'd be much closer to 31.5 than to 33.5. So X is 31.9. Great. I think you have the idea. That's the 10th percentile.
Yeah.
How would you get the 65th percentile?
Would you do 1 multiplied by 1 over 65?
You would do 65 over 100.
Okay.
So it would be I'll just do B. It would be 65 over 100.
Yeah.
Times by the total.
Yeah.
Frequency. Total frequency would be the position of the person.
Yeah.
Let me just see this one. Only 10% of our customers have to wait longer than 56 minutes. You would find that you could do like the 90th percentile. Might be the easiest way to do that. And see if it's 56 less or more, some of that.
Yeah.
So the 90th percentile is 57.8. And so 90th percentile is 57.8. And so do only 10% of their customers have to wait longer than 56 minutes?
Yeah.
No. They have to wait for 57.8 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I believe, let's see. More than 10% have to wait longer than 57.8. Not 56, yeah. Maybe more than that. Okay. Let's see this one. How would you find 80th percentile?
80th over 100.
Yeah. And how about B? Why is it not possible to find the 90th percentile? Any idea about that?
Is it because it's 100?
Take a look at the last group.
It's 3.3. It's 11.
Yeah. What do you notice about the group?
It's larger than W. It's equal than or greater than.
Yeah, so basically W is greater than 3.
Yeah.
It doesn't have an upper bound. So it could be 4, could be 7, could be 100.
Yeah.
You know, could be like finishing time of a marathon. You know, it could stop at like, the rest were more than 2.5 hours, but some people could take 12 hours. You know, it could be like ridiculous. There's no upper bound, so it is not possible. Let's see. How about question B for this one?
Because X is always equal than or greater to, so it cannot be any higher. Because it can be like 40, 50, 60, 70.
Yeah, there is no upper bound. There is no upper bound. The 90th percentile is in the last class, which has no upper class boundary. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Let's see. When fewer than 20%. Let's see. 8.83. So the 80th percentile is 8.83.
Yep.
And so what is part C? Station advertises that fewer than 20% of trains are delayed by more than 8 minutes.
So for 80th percentile, is that the answer for C? Or like they're like part of the answer?
Part of the answer.
Okay. Oh, so it's false
And why is that?
because it's 8.83 minutes, not 8 minutes.
The advertisement is incorrect. In fact, 20% of trains are delayed by more than 8.83 minutes, not just 8 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it. And so that stuff.
Probably between a tick and a half.
Yeah, that's all right. The median interpolation stuff is tricky, but you got there.
Yep.
And if you're able to do that, then you're going to be great. How is that for you, Adam?
That was good.
And the rest of this is going to go quick as well, because how do you find interquartile range?
Upper quartile take away the lower quartile.
And the way you find the upper quartile is it is the 75th percentile.
Yeah.
So 75 out of 100.
Yeah.
The lower quartile 25 out of 100, and you just do one,
Yeah.
take away the other. And so you've already done most of the stuff.
Yeah.
Any questions for me in general?
No.
All right. Well done, Adam. You did great.
Thank you.
And I look forward to talking again next time.
You too. Bye.
Cheers. Take care. Goodbye.